Hello, everybody. I'm quite excited to welcome you all to the first ever episode of my podcast, The Health Talk. Today is International Women's Day. So, happy Women's Day to all the beautiful women out there. I'm Dr. Sagorika Malik and I will be hosting this show. Today, I'll be talking on what is today's topic all about, what inspired me to start my podcast, and finally, a bit about my own background. Being a woman, is it a boon or a bane? Well, women are the most beautiful creation in this world. They are a unique lot. Only women can give birth to life. Nurturing is a second nature, and they're generally the primary caregivers in any family. But they mostly prioritize others at the cost of self. Actually, Indian women are taught from childhood that thinking about self is a negative trait. So when it comes to their own health, they are usually the neglected lot. Over the ages, the role of women has changed drastically. Today's women are professionals, breadwinners, homemakers, caregivers. Basically, they are the ultimate multitaskers. But due to this, she neglects the best friend of her life, her own mind and body, and ends up paying a very heavy price for it. As a doctor, I feel extremely sad to see young women coming to my OPD with issues like nutritional deficiencies, lifestyle diseases, anxiety, depression, all due to the stress of multitasking and neglecting self. All these issues are preventable, but are now becoming the top causes of disease and death in women. Now, don't get me wrong, we do see these issues in men too. But it is my observation that women tend to neglect or underplay the initial symptoms and approach help only when the problems have increased in severity. This is either because they are unaware of the importance of seeking early help, or they always have something or someone more important to take care of. Women also have some unique health issues related to her gender and physiology. Only women go through menstruation, pregnancy, childbirth, breastfeeding, contraception, abortion, and menopause related issues. Also, negative life experiences like infertility, pregnancy loss, poverty, discrimination, violence, and unemployment impacts women's mental health and well-being. This leads to high disease and death rates, particularly during her reproductive years. In India, many a times due to social taboos related to her intimate health, and sometimes due to the general indifference, even from the healthcare system, women don't know who to approach and are hesitant to speak about their issues openly. This got me thinking that maybe there are others who also have questions in their minds and would like to have some guidance but don't know who to ask. After thinking about the available options, I realized that since we all are too busy in our lives, podcast would be an ideal platform. We can still listen to it while we are multitasking. So, my podcast will focus on all the topics related to women's physical health and emotional well-being. Now, men, you may be thinking, why should I be interested in this podcast at all? It is anyway mainly about women's health. But my dear men, you can use this podcast to understand the issues and challenges the women in your lives face. Plus, since I will also be talking about the common health issues, I believe it will be of some help to you too. Now, I would like to share a bit of my own background. I was born the second child and was fortunate enough to be adored by my parents. They did everything they could to give me a good education and made me a doctor. For the first 33 years of my life, I was living in Mumbai. My schooling and medical education is also from Mumbai, and I am proud to call myself a Grant Medical College Mumbai alumni. I have more than 30 years of experience in patient care, have been a professor in medical colleges, and am a trained counselor in family health. In 1999, I shifted to Bangalore with my family, and since then I am living and practicing medicine here. Okay, enough about myself. Friends, every week I plan to publish a new episode of my podcast, The Health Talk. In each episode, you can either gather some information on an important health issue or hear a panel of doctors share their insights on those problems. I also plan to invite some guests in my show who are ready to share their real life experiences about how they faced and conquered the challenges in their lives. I may also give out some possible care options for different problems as and when I talk about those issues. I invite my listeners to ask questions in the comment section. Either I or my guest will definitely respond to you. Do write to me at sagorika@thehealthtalk.co.in. Please leave me your reviews or suggestions about what you would like to hear in this podcast. I would love to hear from you. You can also connect with me at @Sagorika Malik on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. All the links and details are given in the show notes below. We have now come to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I enjoyed talking to you. Do click on the subscribe button on whichever platform you're listening to. This will ensure that you will get all my next episodes automatically as and when I publish them. Finally, please share my podcast, The Health Talk, with your family and friends. It may help someone somewhere. I will catch you next week on my next episode. It will be on the most important nutritional deficiency women suffer through all age groups. Men, you get this deficiency too. Thank you for listening. Be safe and stay healthy.